Good afternoon and welcome to the Dembski Sports Complex on the campus of Canisius College for today's doubleheader of Monsignor Martin Boys Lacrosse, the semifinals, with our first game featuring the Canisius High School Crusaders and the Nichols School Vikings. I'm Tim Kenny, joined alongside by my partner, former Sweet Home head coach and UMass Minuteman Jeremy Murphy. And Murph, right now, it's playoff time.
Yeah, it's a great time of year to be watching lacrosse, any level. The competition's high, the intensity. One game, you're done. You know, you win, you're in type mentality. And you got the Monsignor Martin playoffs here, and the intensity here is all about bragging rights in the city of Buffalo. So it's going to be interesting to see how today goes.
Well, it started to rain a little bit here right now, and they're hoping that it's going to clear up. So at the moment, it's a little bit of a wet field. The two teams have met twice this year during the season. The first game, Canisius won 13-8, and the second game, Nichols won 10-5. So it's a pretty even matched ball game here based upon the results so far. What are we going to look for here today in this game?
Well, as you can see, the weather can have an impact. The sticks back when we played had a little bit of different. They would bag up a little bit more than the technology in the sticks today. But with the sticks today, they can get a little soggy. You want to, off passes. You might have some unforced errors, weird turnovers type of thing. But the big thing I'm looking at is just sheer numbers out here. So we'll see how this goes with a sideline of looks like 30 plus and 14. Nichols is definitely going to have a long game to get through here, and they're going to have to judge and ride the storm and see how they come out in the end.
Well, we're looking forward to a really fast-paced game, I believe. I think both teams like to score. Canisius is led by Walter Popko, who's got 59 goals on the season. He could light it up, but they like to get up and down the field. Same thing, I think you'll see a little bit slower probably with Nichols. They have a little less numbers trying to conserve energy. But, however, in the end, we think it's going to be a back-and-forth game.
Yes, no question. I think they're both teams here have big kids. They can handle themselves quite well, and we'll see how they control the face-offs and the tempo of the game.
Okay, we'll be right back. We're going to take a break right now for the national anthem and announcements, and then we will be right back for face-off.
Looking forward to it.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offer stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Even the most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
And welcome back to the Dembski Sports Complex for the semifinal Monsignor Martin of boys lacrosse between the 13-4 Canisius High School Crusaders and the 10-5 Nichols School Vikings. Murph, both of these teams come in 7-3 in conference, so they've taken care of what they needed to do during the conference side right now. Both games were split, as we said earlier in the broadcast. So now, what do you see the differences in these two teams coming into this game?
Well, just sheer numbers. I think that is the biggest thing. Coach Burke and I were talking before the game, and Nichols is going to have to be very smart with the ball. They cannot have unforced errors. He's concerned about clears because they, when you're gassed and then you got to clear the ball or you've got to ride, that can be a challenge. We'll see how those stats come out as the game unfolds. But Nichols definitely is going to have to control the game. They do a great job on the face-offs, and they take great pride in that. He said that is going to be their focus going into this, trying to control the ball, maintain possession, and minimize foolish mistakes coming up and down the field.
Yeah, when you look at Canisius coming in with their face-offs, they kind of run three different guys. They do a long pole with Whistler, if depending on the matchup, and then the two sophomores come in Saperston and Eberhardt. So the two of them, and they're respectively 58 and 57 on the season. So all three kind of work together, whereas Nichols has one, and they're going right at it. So this is going to be an interesting matchup right off the bat.
Yes, possession. We'll find out what they do right now in the first face-off. But yes, when you can run more bodies at a team, you just wear them down for that second half, especially in that fourth quarter for those critical moments where you need that extra gas in the tank to make something happen, a turnover, forced errors. So, these are two prideful teams. They're teams that will not stop playing no matter what happens. And kind of interesting how Brock Jones comes out of this one, the goalie for Nichols. He is. I was watching him warm up, and he is a natural reactor to the game. They were really firing off on him, and he was stopping everything. But again, we'll see how athletes handle themselves at this time of year with the pressure on them, and how do you handle that pressure at this time of the season is a key factor. And we'll see with the unforced errors. I think that the turnover ratios might tell us a story at the end. But like I said, these are two big teams. They have a lot of pride, and they're going to go. And we'll see what comes out at the end of this one.
As we mentioned earlier, this is the first of two contests today in the semifinals. The second game will be probably about half hour after this game ends, where it's between St. Joe's and St. Francis. So a lot of high action going to happen today on this field. Murph, team's getting ready to set up. Let's see where this one goes.
Beautiful. No better day.
Teams have the fast off. That's Whistler there for Canisius starting, so they went with the long pole. Nichols setting up right now, making their changes. Canisius looking like they're in a man-to-man at this moment. But right off the bat, you got a turn from Mason Sandin, the sophomore, who was one of their star players, according to Coach Burke. He came around the right side and threw it right into the middle.
Yeah, he was on that far corner and just took his man. His little shifty point. His hips moving down to the end line and then cut back hard to the top side and accelerated just like you would teach it, and kept around, finished, and pushed through the shot and finished the goal just like that with 11:37 left. They went right down with the possession off the face-off, and they're up one.
Well, right now they're going to keep Whistler. Canisius is at face-off, and he's going up against Porter. Porter won the first one and gained possession. Each possession is going to be so critical here. There's Porter once again maintaining control, bringing over the midfield line. Two
beautiful face-offs by Porter in full control right there. They're going to have to definitely turn that around, but this is what they wanted to do. This is where the bodies on Canisius can add up here, that physical play. If you can't win it clean, now you got to fight for it. And it looks like coaches may have called a timeout to keep possession and settle the game down.
Well, that right there is a testament, Murph, right off the bat. If you think about this, because it is the playoffs, win or go home. Every possession is going to count, especially with the smaller numbers that Nichols has. They want to kind of keep everybody at bay. Everybody's emotions are up and the adrenaline's flying. But you know what? That'll come back down. And when you have smaller numbers, that's when you tend to tail off in the game. So actually, this is a pretty good timeout right off the bat, because you want to see if you can get up 2-0 right away.
Yeah, while they have the energy and make them chase from behind if you can. But that was a beautiful set of face-off. That's any tell of what's in front of us. The face-off, Porter, two clean face-offs up, out, and one turned into a goal, and now is another quality possession and opportunity on the cage. That's going to have to shift, and they're putting the big long pole on there to try and stop them. But as of right now, that hasn't been an impact. So, I would expect the coaches to adjust in that next face-off.
That's it. Coming out on the field, both teams coming back out of the timeout. It's 11:20 to go in the first quarter. Nichols leads 1-0 after the first possession. They got a goal from Mason Sandin, the sophomore attackman.
That was a nice goal. Looks like they're going to pull him. He pulled the long pole as well.
Yep. Sandin with the ball up top. He brings it down the right-hand side. He's looking to get some free reign there. He's being guarded by Whistler real tight. There's Whistler. He's got that big body. He's very athletic, too.
Got to be careful there. He looked like almost he was impeding his run there.
Yep.
Hold a little hole, but referee's right on it. He's right there. Let him play.
Here's another one of their star players coming around. Mackay Jamison, excuse me. He brings it around, passes it up top. It goes over to Zacher. Zacher's trying to get through. He's getting closed out left and right now. He brings it back up top, gets some free space. Passes around right up top to Jimmerson. Jimmerson's got the short stick matchup right now. He's going to try and exploit that. Looks to dodge left, cuts back right towards the middle, loads up to shoot. Nothing there. Good defense by Canisius on that point.
You can see they're taking the air out of the ball, trying to really wait for that, high-quality attack. If you can get there, that's one thing Coach said. If we can maintain possessions and not throw it away and get quality shots, that's all I can ask for.
Jimmerson kicks it out upside to Sandin. Sandin, nothing there. Gets closed out, pulls it back out, looking to get some room. Does a dodge, and is guarded very, very closely right there by Canisius, but picks up the loose ball and brings it right back up. Canisius has a trio, has a number of big defensemen right there between Eberhardt, Schoenberg, and Whistler. Their size is something that sticks out here in this game right now.
Yeah, that was a nice play. They got in, agitate the hands as they want to do, keep, being a fly in the shorts, basically. Don't let them have a clean shot. Nothing easy.
Here's Nathan behind the cage for Nichols. Makes his defender fall. He comes around the right side. Jump shot just wide, but back up by Nichols. It'll be Nichols' ball.
Yeah, it's in the back of the cage. The closest one to the ball will maintain possession when it goes out of bounds.
Here comes Mackay Jimmerson. He's behind. Looks like he just stepped out of bounds. Good defense right there by Canisius as they get the ball on the turnover.
Again, that's the unforced error that we were talking about. We'll see that's pretty much the first one that kind of happened. It was a forced error by good riding, but that's where you could have the ball right now, and your defense isn't getting tired for that second half.
Canisius does a good job clearing the ball, setting it up as they make their changes when the offensive players coming on the field. You got LaForce is up top now. He pitches it over to Popko. Popko, the leading scorer for the Canisius Crusaders, comes in the middle. He gets double teamed and loses the ball. LaForce trying to pick it up for Canisius. Nichols is all over them right now. They are going for every ground ball. They are out. And we've got a push from behind called on Canisius. It'll be Nichols' ball, and they have the ball once again with 8:48 to go. It's a 1-0 lead for Nichols. Here comes Zacher. He comes down the right side trying to beat his man. He's guarded by Eberhardt. He comes over. He tries to get in him, but unfortunately gets the close defense by Eberhardt, pushed him into the crease, and it'll be a turnover for Nichols and Canisius' ball.
Another turnover. Again, spread that out. Let everyone give it a touch. And at this point of the game, controlled tempo. I think that's what you want to see as a coach, especially when you've got such a shallow group of subs, keeping the bodies fresh for that second game. Slow it down. Everyone get a touch, get the confidence, and let that defense rest.
Excellent clear once again by Canisius. They're able to get the ball up, and they set it up once again. You've got Mason Shirk up top. He pushes it over to Popko. Popko goes left, gets checked, and pushed aside. He's being guarded by Andrew Bigelow, the senior defenseman who is a commit to Johns Hopkins.
It's going to be interesting to see how those two big bodies colliding right there. And just kind of looking at it right now, Canisius defenseman Bigelow had a nice bodied him right off there. So we'll see how that matches up as the game continues.
Canisius probing around on the outside right now. Ball goes over to Palladino. Palladino looks to go left. Not there, being closely guarded by Franisiak from Nichols. Puts the ball back up top. And here's Shirk once again up top. He's trying to dodge left, goes right, spins sideways, kicks the ball outside. And Canisius doing a good job trying to probe and move the ball around. Off the post. Beautiful shot right there by Casey LaForce. It just hit the post. Good defense position by the goalie. But Canisius gets the ball back. They bring it down. Here comes LaForce. He brings it down.
Couple through looks
side. Good look. Oh, beautiful pass.
Beautiful
and
save.
Heck of a save right there by Brock Jones. And you mentioned him earlier at the beginning of the broadcast, Murph, that you liked what you saw with him at a warm-up.
It did. He just looks like a natural goalie. He reacts to the shot. He's very smooth in his reactions. And that right there, that's a goal that you wouldn't expect that to be saved by a goalie. You hope they make it. When you see those goalies that make those kind of saves, anything can happen in a playoff game.
And here's Nichols with Zacher up top, Lawton Zacher. He's got the ball up top. Kicks it over to Nathan. Nathan's going to bring it down behind now. He's guarded by Popko. Popko's got behind. Here comes Nathan. Nathan comes around. Popko tries an underhand shot, and beautiful save right there by Max Barney, the junior goaltender from Canisius. He spotted that the whole way and had great body position.
Yeah, now it's the matter of playing chess coming up the field, and Canisius figures it out and slips off and maintains possession, and they're going to sub up their guys and get their offensive choices out there.
Ball's up top now with Stouffer, Tommy Stouffer, the junior midfielder. He kicks it over to LaForce. LaForce now guarded by Kent. Kent stays right in front of him. LaForce tries to get it. Boom, goalie. He tried to make a pass behind, but the Nichols goalie, Brock Jones, did a good job of anticipating that pass and knocking it out of bounds.
Yeah, he got right in the way of that lane, and that's what they're trying to force. Right, looks like right now, Canisius kind of playing it. They're playing that type of zone where they're kind of hedging. They're not full go, but they're kind of slipping into the areas. You're kind of seeing it's kind of tough to make that through look and feed, but they're starting to find the gaps.
That was a beautiful, beautiful save right there by Brock Jones. And previously, Canisius hit another post.
Yes,
that's 2 posts now. They've had 2 good moves and 2 posts. They just can't seem to finish just yet.
Nice clear. A little too much right there. Just get it to your short sticks. Turn it over. You don't want to have a turnover. It's a worst case scenario here. Now you're in a running game, which with a few subs, that's not what we want to be doing if you're, Nichols. Patience, get it to the open guys, let the short sticks handle the ball.
Coming around now, there is Sean Keane, the senior attackman, with a beautiful, nifty move inside and puts that ball into the net, and we have a 1-1 ball game with 5:02 to go.
Beautiful inside roll right there, and he just kept going and got a step on his man, and you can see rolls inside, keeps the stick protected, and just dumps it nice in the space up top under the net.
Murph, one of the things we talked about before the game was Nichols' concern about clearing.
Yes.
And right there you saw that. They got the ball over midfield, but then they got swarmed and they lost the ball and came down and gave Canisius another possession to get that goal. That's got to be something you got to worry about, especially with the small numbers, because going up and down the field, you want to control a little bit there to save some energy.
Tempo is a big factor in a game like this with a small number of guys. So you got to control the tempo, maintain possession, and try and get a quality shot every possession that you have it. And then when you get into the clearing running game, that tires your guys out, obviously, with the fewer guys that you have.
Well, Canisius won that face-off. They switched it up. They put Eberhart there, another long pole, and they got it. But unfortunately, they threw it away, and it'll be Nichols' ball coming back down the field.
Yeah, there's an adjustment. We were waiting for that. First couple didn't work, so you change it up and see what else might, come up with the ground ball off the face-off.
Gotcha.
Important for that win.
Makai Jimerson trying to take on 2 Canisius defenders. He falls down. He's still down. He's trying to get the ball. Ball is loose. We got a scrum. And it's picked up by Nichols, Sandin, and he's going to try and bring it now back and settle everything down for Nichols.
And this is a good opportunity right here. Let your defense gas out a little bit and, get everyone around. He's going after a long pole here. Get it to the short stick. Get it to short on short, and just control that tempo. Give yourself some space so you're not as harassed on the hands. Nice look
Sandin
off
with
the
the behind the back. Looking for it, just couldn't connect. Picked up by Green. Green's going to take it around. Back.
Good look. Nice save.
Right down to Hamdani, but he gets stuffed right there by Max Barney. What a beautiful save, and here comes Canisius right back down the field. You can see what Canisius is trying to do right now, Murph. They're trying to push the tempo on these clears.
Yep, they are going to try and make them run, and that's a good opportunity.
And we've got a timeout by Canisius because the ball was getting stuck with 3:44 to go. We've got a 1-1 ball game between Nichols and Canisius here at the Dembski Sports Complex. You're watching Monsignor Martin semifinal lacrosse on Western New York Athletics.
I love being home.
We realize now more than ever is the perfect time to have the perfect house. We're confident we'll find your dream home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
And we're back at the Dembski Sports Complex for this Monsignor Martin boys lacrosse semifinal game 1 of the day here, Murph, where both teams tied up at 1-1 with 3:44 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is one of those games. Again, the tempo is a big piece here. We're watching right now Canisius trying to put the foot on the gas and make Nichols run. They're going to try and, gas them out as much as they can. However, right now they've been controlling the face-offs for the most part, doing a great job there and trying to get possession. But they are putting pressure on them on the offensive end. They are not just letting them run around with that ball out wide. They're putting pressure on their hands, and they're forcing them to make some mistakes.
Out of the break, here comes Canisius right up top with Shirk. Canisius boys to move it around right now. They've really been moving it a bit to try and probe to see where they could get the matchups. Here comes Popko looking up top. Kicks it over on the left-hand side, puts it right back up to Shirk. Shirk brings it down to the left-hand side right now. Nothing there, pulls it up. Canisius doing a good job moving the ball around.
Yeah, if you see Canisius or Nichols staying back, they're not really chasing. They're letting them kind of run in a zone, showing present. They're presenting themselves when needed, hedging out and trying to, knock down that passing lane so they can have a clear look through. And they're making them take the outside shot. They're trusting their goalie for that outside shot.
There's Popko trying to do a little nifty move from the left-hand side of the cage, and that's blocked out in front. And coming down the field right now, Nichols on the clear. And brings it up, and they're going to set it right back up.
Yep, get their offensive guys on there that they want and see what they can attack with. They try to find the mismatch with that short stick. I think that's one thing that they could utilize here. He drops his guy falls, and he takes that, and looks like Nichols has the backup. That was close. Good play by the goalie right there. I'd be right with him.
And when you see those type of shots, Murph, you're okay with that as long as you have a backup, right, as a coach?
Yeah, if you don't get that backup, that's every coach's one of the top frustrations outside of if you're not going to hustle. We all want to see hustle in our players, but if you're going to, let something like that go, that's a possession, and that's something that Nichols fought hard for right there again.
There's with a nice pass right up top.
Yes.
Boom, and he hits Bilal Hamdani, the freshman midfielder out of Canada, with a beautiful goal right there, and that's going to put Nichols up 2-1 with 2:23 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, nice time and space shot there. Step down into it. Nice feed, selfless play. It was good to see that, they're looking in there and just dropped that shot hard, and the goalie just couldn't get his eye on it. Looked like he kind of slipped it off his hip there.
Well, with 2:23 to go in the first quarter, we've got a 2-1 game in favor of Nichols at this moment. Both teams setting up for the face-off once again. You've got Porter, and I believe he's going up against Eberhard again. And he does, and Nichols wins the face-off once again, picked up by Zacher on the wing, and he puts it back to Brock Jones, who will lead the break for Nichols.
Our statistician over here, that Jack Kenny guy, just telling me they got 3-1 on the face-offs going towards Nichols. So they're doing it right now. It's a matter if they can maintain that.
Coming right down the field, there's number 7, Charles Kent. He tries to get one. You got to let the big dog eat a little bit with the long pole, but he doesn't get the shot off. And we're going now. Ball's loose on the floor, picked up once again by Nichols, who seems to be picking up many of the ground balls at this moment.
Yeah, right now at this time of the game is where you do want to be smart again. Be smart with it, but you want to attack. You want Canisius to have to chase you in the second half of this game. Take advantage of those fresh legs right now, but you got to bury the ball. So this is a big possession in the big picture.
You've got Nathan, the junior attackman, midfielder right now. He's going to bring it down below. He's got the matchup with LaForce right now. He's got the shorty, so he's going to take him, makes a nice dodge move, beats LaForce on the outside. And there's a retreat, looking in, nothing there, turns around, takes a shot. Looks like it hit off one of the defenders, I'm not sure, but it was backed up by Nichols. It'll still be Nichols' ball with Jimerson taking it in.
About 1:12 in this quarter. See who gets this last shot here.
Jimerson
nice
looking, boom, with a beautiful pass right there to Jack Green. And once again, Murph, what you're seeing is they're coming from behind. Yep. And they're really trying to work from the X to try and get those quick passes. And right there was a perfect example of connecting on that.
They have been doing that where they're driving from the sides or the X on and taking their man. The advantage of that in lacrosse is you got your goalie turned and your defenseman's head is turned. And we used to say when we had laces back when you and I played, right? When you see the laces, you cut. Well, when they see the back of their defender's head, he just took off and was wide open down the middle. Beautiful look inside. Finish.
Well, with that goal by Green, that puts a 2-goal lead now, 3-1 for Nichols with 1:06 left in the first quarter. And here we go with the face-off once again. Ball's on the ground, both teams fighting for it, and that's picked up by Addison Archer, and that's another face-off win for Nichols.
Yeah, 4-1 on the face-offs. And here again, they have possession, balls at this end. If they can get another quality shot, we are going to be definitely in for a nice matchup. This is a team that is not afraid to go to the cage. They're starting to see the inside, but the defenders are kind of going a little bit early in there and leaving their guys wide open, like number 10 there, who's had a couple nice feeds and a couple. I think he had a last goal, didn't he?
He's a crafty player, Mackay Jimerson.
Yeah, he had a nice look from inside.
Nichols probing once again. This is Lawton Zacher. He goes with the shot, and a nice save right there by Max Barney as it's going out of bounds. Both players going for it, and it's going to stay Nichols' ball.
Yeah, he kept his body between the man and the line, and that's what you want to try to do is hedge your way inside of him so you can get pushed out, maintain possession, first to the ball.
Well, Jimerson from Nichols is going to start with the ball behind. Nope, he's going to give it all up to Sandin now. Mason Sandin, the sophomore attackman. He brings it right now. He's being guarded by Eberhardt. Boom, and he takes the shot right there. He pulled himself. He did a nice little question mark right there and put that ball in a perfect spot to give Nichols a 4-1 lead with 8.6 seconds left on the clock.
As a coach, I mean, that was almost textbook. You get your guy, roll him off, get him off the hip. When you roll back onto that question mark, we teach the kids to shoot to that bottom triangle, just right inside of that, right in that inside pipe there, far pipe. So that was beautiful play, well done. And again, Nichols doing exactly what they need to do right now to maintain possession of the ball and to have the lead this early in the game.
Well, with his second of the game, Mason Sandin has now extended Nichols' lead 4-1 with 8.6 seconds left, which this should all be a formality, I'm assuming, with the face-off. Time will run out as they scrum for it.
And Nichols doing a great job on that face-off. They're up right now. That was 5-1, I believe.
And the score at the end of one here from the Dembski Sports Complex, we have the Nichols Vikings 4, the Canisius Crusaders 1. You are watching Monsignor Martin Boys Lacrosse on Western New York Athletics.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offer stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
And welcome back to the Dembski Sports Complex at Canisius College as we have our first of two today of the Monsignor Martin Boys Lacrosse Semifinals. This game here right now has Nichols leading 4-1 over Canisius right off the bat after one. And Murph, what do you see so far right now?
Well, I think right now Nichols is doing exactly what they needed to do. They had to get goals early because they want to make sure that Canisius is chasing. They had to control the face-off X, which they are doing. And their clears, they have been perfect on their clears. So they've had a couple early turnovers that, the jitters out. Both teams had that jitters going early, but they definitely have shown they can win this face-off X right now. That's got to change. Canisius has to figure that out. I want to give a shout out quick to our referees, the head referee, Joe Argentieri, Sean Mulderig, and Sean Obrakta, our three officials on today. If you ever need to or interested in refereeing, check out nfloa.org, nfloa.org. We need our officials here in Western New York, and any information you need, you can get right off that site if you're interested.
And Canisius gets a face-off win to start the second quarter. Right now they're going to come up. This is LaForce coming right down the right-hand side. He looks for the shot. Nice save once again by Brock Jones. And that's picked up by Nichols, and they're trying to clear right now, but Canisius is all over them. Oh,
nice ride by Canisius right there. Canisius tried to put a bunch of energy in getting that ball back and not making their clear easy. Here comes Nichols up the far side. But I'm not sure if that was the referees thought, I think the coaches thought that was Canisius' ball. And they're taking a shot on the other end.
That was Green taking the shot on the right-hand side. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the Canisius coaches are happy. They thought that should be Nichols' ball. To be honest, it's hard to see because it was so far across the field. We're not sure. Nichols got the backup, so they're going to start with Sandin, who's got 2 goals today on the day.
Yeah, Sandin had a great first quarter. He, stepped right up. I think he scored that first goal, leaned right in and finished it, started the tempo of that game.
Sandin trying to work it right now. Both Canisius defenders kind of sliding and double teaming him almost. They kick it out to the outside. This is Zacher. Zacher makes a move down the right-hand side. Nothing there. Swings it around to Jimerson. Jimerson looks up top. Here's Sandin. Makes a little fake dodge move. Comes underneath. Boy, he gets hit hard. Clean check, but hit hard coming across the middle right there. I don't think he saw that slide.
Wow, that was pretty aggressive right there. That was definitely a solid play. They're letting him go, which is nice to see in playoffs. It's kind of that funny line you got to play to let that, not go too far, but let them go and see what they have. And they're doing it. They're playing hard today, both teams.
Jimerson with the ball behind for Nichols right now. He's guarded by Dominic Redmond, the senior defender right now, who's staying in front of him. Comes around, he dives inside. Nice little inside roll, and a beautiful save right there by Max Barney. Beautiful save. And they're going to call a push because at the end of it, he hit that. But my goodness, that was a beautiful move right there by Jimerson, but even a better save by Max Barney.
Yeah, he saw that.
Has a 66% save rate.
He popped straight up there. He saw that the whole way. Made beautiful save. Popped it straight up just like you should coming up on those shots. He thought it looked like it was going right under the post, and then you have the angle, and I both here saw him just come up out of nowhere.
Nichols maintains the ball right now, keeping the pressure on. This is Green behind at X, guarded by Richards.
Nichols' defense getting their rest they need right now.
Green coming up. He tries to kick a shot. Nothing there. Backed up by Jimerson. It'll be Nichols' ball.
This is where a shot clock really favors Nichols because you can really sit on that ball as long as you can, but that does become a factor. But if they use it correctly, which they are right now, let the offense do their thing, tire their defense, and keep the ball at this end of the court.
There comes Jimerson coming around the right-hand side. He's guarded. He gets hit and stumbles, maintains control. Nichols pulls it out. Field's getting a little slippery. That rain right there, and Jimerson is down on the left-hand side as Nichols has the ball. And the refs finally get notice on it right there. He got hit pretty good with the stick, it looked like.
It looked like it came right down on his, it looked like his kneecap, those stingers. And this is what happens. You wear the kids down, you got a few players, and it's chip here, chip there. And one guy going down can really change a lot of things for Nichols.
Yeah, it looks like it's his right knee that they're looking at right now. That it looked like he might have kind of buckled in when he got that. So with that, as the trainer is on the field attending to Mackay Jimerson, we're going to take a break right now with 9:41 to go in the second quarter, where Nichols leads Canisius 4-1 on Monsignor Martin semifinal number 1 here today at the Dembski Sports Complex. You're watching Western New York Athletics.
I love being home.
We realize now more than ever is the perfect time to have the perfect house. We're confident we'll find your dream home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
Welcome back to the Dembski Sports Complex for this game number 1 of the Monsignor Martin Boys Lacrosse Semifinals. The trainers are still on the field right now with Mackay Jimerson as he got his knee tangled up there while he was being guarded trying to make a move, and he's coming off real gingerly right now, and that's going to be a big concern for Coach Burke and Nichols.
Yeah, I would definitely, anytime you lose a player anywhere, it's not something you want to see. These guys have worked their entire season to try and get to this point. You want to see him be able to come back out and finish this game, give the respect he can. Everyone has worked so hard, so seeing one player go down, especially with their numbers, is definitely concerning, I'm sure. Coach Burke is not going to want to, have him out very long. Hopefully he can get back in.
And while he doesn't have a goal yet, he has 2 assists.
Yeah, he's been playing great. He definitely is, been something they've had to watch out there, so hopefully he can get back in.
Now play resumes, and Nichols has the ball, and this is Green behind. Green coming from X right now, getting a screen set by Nathan. He pulls it back over to Nathan. Nathan comes around the left-hand side, tries a scoop shot, missed it, but it's backed up by Nichols. And there's a flag going to happen on a late hit. I was wondering if they were going to call that, Murph. He came around the side, and he's coming up hobbled right now, too. It was a beautiful little pick and roll play right there. Nathan got the ball, came around the backside, and he got hit late after that shot.
Yeah, Mr. Mulderick, referee here many years in Western New York. Great guy, great family, lacrosse family, and he's right on top of that.
And it's going to be Dominic Redmond for Canisius. The senior defender is in 1 minute. Will be in the box for 1 minute, so it'll be a man up for Nichols right now.
So two things here. You want to control this here. You don't want a quick shot unless it's right on the doorstep and take it, but really take the clock. Give that defense, again, time to kind of keep their legs under them. The middies kind of get their legs back under them, get some breath, and you got a good full they're shutting off number 9 here.
Yeah, they don't want him to get his third goal right now.
Yeah, but that'll create openings elsewhere. So if they want to shut them off, keep shifting and find the open lanes like that. And there's an opportunity. Good check.
Good shot by Qasim Hamdani, one of the twins, who was a freshman from Canada right there, and it just went a little wide, and Nichols was right there to back it up once again.
Yeah, McKellar there with a nice check, a junior defenseman for Canisius.
There's a shot out wide from Green, and that goes wide and backed up by Sandin.
He really wasn't able to step into that shot, step down on it and let it fly, going a little high and wide. Its defense is definitely showing its prowess, but they're, if they could keep, you got to be smart. You can't overplay your man, or it opens up that lane behind them. If they're not filling, they're going to find a open shooter.
20 seconds left, and the man up for Nichols right now. And they get a shot, and a nice easy save right there by Max Barney.
He saw that the whole way.
That's his 6th save of the day so far.
Nice.
And the clear is stopped momentarily by Lawton Zaka, but he just couldn't pick it up and kicked it out of bounds. So Canisius gets a break, and they'll be coming down the field from left to right.
Yeah, that would have been a really nice possession for them to have. Again, just keep the ball at this end and get a good shot on Cage. Now let's see what they do, force on the ride here.
Nichols in the zone, it looks like, zone ride at this moment.
Looks like they're locking everyone off coming up the field. They're not making it easy, and going to see if they can force them to make an error, which they did. Nichols comes back with the ball. Looks like a timeout. Nichols.
I thought they almost called I thought they were going to call a penalty on that one, Murph, because it was a push in the back. But we're going to take a timeout right now. It's 8:13 to go in the second quarter in this Monsignor Martin first game of the semifinals for boys lacrosse, with Nichols leading 4-1. And Murph, when we look at this right now, and this game is being played exactly how Nichols wants it to be. The pace is there. They don't have the numbers. And what does Canisius have to do now in order to kind of change the tide, the flow of this game at this moment?
Well, I don't think you panic. First of all, you keep your scheme that you have come in as a program. You come in with your scheme, and you rely on the shooters that you got to rely on. Your veterans have to come up, but they'll step up. I think you got a long game in front of you here. You're only halfway through the second quarter, and with a team with the numbers that Nichols has, are they going to be able to maintain that tempo the entire game with the amount of guys they have on Canisius? So, again, they're going to probably try and turn that face-off X around, and, that's where Nichols has been dominating, and they're definitely stretch the field, make them come and play you, and play some draw and dump lacrosse on the offensive end.
Well, what we're seeing right now is the 3 top leading scorers for Canisius, Popko, Palladino, and LaForce, do not have a goal yet at all. The only goal was scored by Canisius was Sean Keene coming around on that nifty move from behind X. So those guys, those big guns, have to get involved a little bit more in the offense.
I think you'll start to see them emerge here as the game continues.
Out of the timeout, here comes Nathan with the ball behind for Nichols. He's guarded by Redmond. He comes around. Boom, he takes a shot, and a beautiful save right there by Max Barney. That's his 7th save of the day. He's getting a lot of work right now. He's been very impressive.
Yes, and I will say this, though. I think the referees were very close to calling a moving pick there. You got to stop their feet. You can't, when you're setting a pick, just like in basketball, you cannot lean in. You've got to stand there and run your man off of them. And I think he was getting a little close. These guys are playing really hard off ball here. If you watch off ball, the cutter is just starting to fly open here.
Green with the ball for Nichols right now. He's on the outside. He's guarded by Richards.
This is your matchup with the short stick.
Here comes Green coming around. He's got it. Boom, he takes a shot. It just hooked a little bit left. And Murph, that could be something also with the weather. The rain kind of making those bags, even though it's newer material, this still has an effect on it.
Yeah, no question. It does change throughout the game a little bit. Thankfully these guys didn't have to bear what we did with the gloves. You couldn't even feel your the stick.
Boom,
nice
and there
move.
it is right there. A great move by Bilal Hamdani, the other twin, who came over from the left-hand side, was able just to put it right by Max Barney, and that's going to give Nichols, with 7:23 to go, a 5-1 lead here in the second quarter. And now if you're Canisius, you got to get a little bit worried. You don't want this game to get out of hand.
Yes, no question. You want to play really tough D, make everything difficult on Canisius right now. It starts right here with this face-off. These two guys are going, I believe, is that the same Canisius face-off?
No, it's not. They put Walker Popko now in there. They're in a shorty going up against Porter. So see how this might help out Canisius. Both teams down. They're going for it. Boom, and once again, Nichols comes away with the win.
When you have a face-off guy, a Fogo, who is trained at that position, that is a skill. It is a quickness and release, hearing that whistle early, and oh boy, big turnover.
Cody Bauer tried to hit Franesiak when he was coming in, and he didn't realize there were two defenders there. One defender was standing behind him, so that pass just got away from him. It's Canisius ball on the turnover.
My point earlier, just not easy. It's not easy being a person that's not a Fogo coming in and trying to react with someone who's trained at that is very challenging.
Canisius setting it up right now. You got Popko up top, moving the ball around, trying to get the defense to move a little bit. Get it right now to Shirk. Shirk takes it up top, and he rips a shot, and all the way. Brock Jones had that scene all the way low, and they clear it right back out. Here comes Zacher down the field for Nichols. He's getting hammered. His big boy shoots. He couldn't get the shot off there. It was a little bit of a sidearm. It was easier for the goalie to see. A lot of times that defensive shot is better coming from top down because the goalie can't see it.
It's tough to see that release point, but this is not what Nichols wants to get into here. You do not want to get into a running game with Canisius right now. You want to get possession and settle it down. They have no more timeouts, as our statistician here told us. So they're definitely they have to be smart with the ball and make sure that they maintain possession.
Lawton Zacher came down the right-hand side with a shot wide, backed up by Nichols, and Mason Sandin will take the ball for Nichols, and I believe there's going to be a timeout called.
Yeah, they're going to put some pressure on them for sure.
So with 6:04 to go in the second quarter here in this Monsignor Martin semifinal number 1, Nichols leads Canisius 5-1. You're watching Monsignor Martin Lacrosse on Western New York Athletics.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offer stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
And welcome back to the Dembski Sports Complex on the campus of Canisius College for semifinal number 1 of this Monsignor Martin Boys Lacrosse Tournament, where Nichols leads 5-1 over Canisius with 6:04 to go in the second. Nichols with the ball. They had to back up after the timeout. This is Sandin. Sandin is working right now with Whistler guarding him. Gets a screen set. He comes around the right-hand side. Whistler stays on him, fights through the screen. Nichols puts it back up to move, is intent to move it around and probe. Here comes Zacher. Zacher with the shot. And that one just went just a bit wide. Nice-looking shot. Backed up once again by Nichols.
Yeah, that adds, our statistician once again, Jack Kenny here, that's 24 shots that compared to 9. So that tells you about some possession time. That tells you statistically that the ball's been weighted on their offensive end more of this half so far with 5:30 left in the second quarter. So that's a good stat. That's exactly how they wanted it. But you're seeing this goal emerge here. He's making save after save. So
yeah, Max Barney once again with another big save, that time on Lawton Zacher as he came down the side and tried to put one over his shoulder. Here comes Canisius coming right back up the field right now. They're looking to clear it. They throw it once again, another unforced turnover on the clear. So now they are 4 for 8 on these clears, 50%, and that's going to be something that concerns Canisius at this point during this game. Oh, but they kept it. They're going to say it got tipped. Oh, and that is a big, big hit right there. Billy Palladino is down, and he got hit. He got blindsided.
I think we got some people upset and some tempers flying. This is where you have to be poised. When we talk about pressure in the pregame, how do you handle pressure on all angles? How do you handle these situations right here? And how do you handle things that are, going to put you over the top emotionally? You don't want to do that. Keep your head. I'm not sure the intention of that. The referees will sort that out for us out there, but that was a pretty solid hit.
Well, it looked like the ball was coming around, and Popko went to throw it to Palladino, and he lost it. And when he turned around, I'm not sure who Nichols was there, but gave him a pop, and he got hit really hard. And the Canisius coaches obviously are upset. They're thinking there was a more should be roughing, unnecessary roughness. However, I'm not sure. There's a flag on the field, but I'm not sure if that's because of a reaction from a Canisius player or not. So we're going to find out in a moment here. But those are always dangerous. You hate to see those type of hits sometimes because when you turn around, you get blindsided. And it's right in front of you, but because it's a split-second collision, it looks so violent.
My mentor, Paul Wareham, Paul is one of the best in the business in the Hall of Fame. He'd always say, play hard, but play within the rules. You never play to hurt anybody. You play within the rules, but play as tough as you can on that day. And I can remember those were the days when we would practice in parking lots with all those little pebbles laying around.
Oh, yes.
And you come up with all the, raspberries all over your body. And number one's the one that made the hit. And it looks like he's in the box here. Not sure if it was
that's Lawton Zacher right there. And
that's 2 minutes, non-releasable.
So they are going to call the unnecessary roughness in a sense, so they're going to make it unreleasable, so it'll be 2 minutes in the box.
Looking at that, I was wondering if he had turned, if it was from the side, because it's technically from the side that they try to look at that, but it looked like it hit him in the back more than it was. The officials right on it once again, keep that pressure, the pressure that's going to, cone of pressure, we always think of it as coaches, as the game goes on, that cone of pressure intensifies. How do you handle those situations and keep your poise?
Well, Canisius now gets a break, and they got 2 minutes now, unreleasable, that they could try and cut back into this 5-1 deficit they have here against Nichols.
This could put the air in the sails right here. We'll see how they do.
Canisius moving the ball around right now. It goes up top to Stouffer. Stouffer kicks it down, and the shot just a bit high, and it looks like it got stuck. But Canisius is there to back it up, so they'll start with the ball again.
Number 18, I think it was Zacher that got that check on that hand there. Ball rose over the Greek cage. Nice way to get in on the hands there.
Canisius working around the outside. Here's Popko. Popko looks inside. Ball gets deflected. Picked right back up. They move it right back around now.
Nice little move there. Tried to get the inside corner on the goalie.
Good hustle.
Nice shot.
Good hustle by both players. And Canisius comes out with the backup. And they're going to lose the ball on another unforced turnover to Sean Keene. And he just dropped it and rolled out of bounds. Now Canisius got to ride well here because they still have 1:24 left in this locked-in penalty, down 5-1.
And right now they're even on the numbers, so they can shut everyone off, even the goalie. So they're going to try and double the ball. Nichols has to get the ball all the way up the field. You have 1:24 remaining in a 2-minute non-releasable penalty. So they're going to try and get this ball upfield, get it to the X wide so that they can maintain control. And you will see Canisius shut everyone off here, because everyone is a command. So someone's got to beat someone. They got to find a free man somewhere up the field as they pressure.
Here comes Nathan for Nichols. He's got 3 people on him right now.
Someone's got to be open.
Looking for an open thing. There's nobody there. He uses his speed. He's coming around the outside, split dodges, and gets it right across midfield. Now they just need to get a touch. And they do. And now they'll be able to set up and try and kill the last 58 seconds of this penalty.
That was pretty athletic of number 25 there. He did a great job, Nathan, getting that thing up the field.
Yeah,
he's got to be gassed, and I wonder if he's going to stay out or get a breather and come off.
Nichols just trying to waste out the clock right now on this penalty.
43 seconds remaining in the penalty. Stepped out of bounds.
Canisius did a good job right there. Not doing any silly penalties. They just rode them. They still got 40 seconds left on the man up right now that they can take advantage of here, at least to cut the lead to 5-2.
get up and get settled in some type of man-up offense, get the long poles off here, take the last 10 seconds to get a quality shot.
There's Casey LaForce now, 25 seconds left in the man-up for Canisius. They're going to move it around. There's Popko up top. You have to think they're going to try and get Popko into position to unleash his shot because he does have one. There it is right there as we say it. And it gets blocked. One of the defenders, and I'm not sure which one that was down there, was able to slide down and use his knee, and that was Charlie Kent. So that was a great job by Charlie Kent at that point for blocking that shot because it was a beautiful move.
You got to give credit here to the man down and Nichols in general for just eating that 2 minutes up, and they not really getting one except for one quality shot on Cage that went high.
Lawton Zacher exit the box, and now we're all even once again with 2:48 to go, with Nichols leading 5-1 in this Monsignor Martin semifinal game number 1 today here from Canisius College.
I'm sure the Canisius coaches are just let's get one right now. There it is. Open in front, beautiful save.
My goodness, it was a great pass on the inside, and that was Brendan Batchin, the junior attackman, who made a nice save. But once again, Brock Jones comes through with a big stop.
Here we go.
Stolen once again by Canisius. Canisius coming down right now. Here's Batchin. Batchin's going to try and do it again. He's going to roll over. He's being guarded by Bigelow, who'll hand him off, and they'll kick it around. Canisius trying to look, pushing it on the outside. This is Keene. Keene doesn't see anything, pulls it back out, hands it to LaForce, who just entered. LaForce going down the right-hand side, passes it to X.
Just need to get one here, just to get the blood flowing through the body. Get some, start. These guys are definitely, they're hungry. Like you said, our 3 big top scorers have yet to put one in. They're itching. One of them's going to drop one in there at some point here.
And that shot right there was by Popko that went wide, backed up by Canisius. And they'll start again from X. They're moving in the outside. Boom, and there's a shot right there. And that's my number 24, Casey LaForce. And he gets one in, and finally Canisius gets back on the board here, and it's 5-2.
Yeah, that was a nice shot. That's it right there. That can be the spark. That could be the one. And, just a nice quick shot inside and finish. That's nice stuff. So Canisius definitely looking to take advantage here, and, every quarter can bring new, waves to ride, new things we got to think about. But right now, I think you're seeing some of the, gas is kind of, how much energy does Nichols have here? They've done a great job in the faceoffs. That is one thing that has helped them in this game.
Yeah,
and maintain possession.
You've got to be concerned about the legs of your players right now. This has been a very high energy game at this point. And now Canisius, once again, gets the scrum for the ball, and they throw it around. And once again, almost another unforced turnover, Murph, on these clears right now.
Yeah, it was. Nichols has the ball now. Here comes some theatrics. Get the long pole. Anything goes. Relax. Maintain possession. Everyone's getting a little excited here. Get a good quality shot. You want to run and gun it, but you got to be able to gauge when to pull back and when not to go. And right here is one of those circumstances. Nichols just should settle it down here.
Loose ball picked up by Nathan.
Yep.
Nichols will set it down. We got 54 seconds left in this period with Nichols leading 5-2 and with the ball.
And again, this is that tempo of game that they want right here. You got the ball. They got possession. They're not scrambling to save anything. You can see the defenders on the other end adjusting things to get ready for the next onslaught coming their way. And Canisius is not going anywhere. The physical play this quarter has also increased. You can feel that physical play. I mean, again.
Great defense right
there
by Tommy Stouffer, the junior midfielder for
well
Canisius.
Done, yeah.
Well done playing.
Good pressure.
He was guarding Green and made sure that turnover came over. So Canisius with 25 seconds, let's have a chance to bring it down to see if they can cut the lead to 5-3.
An opportunity you do not want to give them. Here we go, back the other way.
And another unforced turnover on the clear. Down comes Sandin with the ball with 14 seconds left for Nichols.
That looks like a hold almost there. Look at that. 6 seconds remaining. Give Nichols a little gap. That's how quick things can happen in lacrosse. That's for sure.
You credit that goal right there to Bilal Hamdani. That's his second of the day. But the move by number 9, Mason Sandin, was what created that play right there. And he found Hamdani wide open on the crease there, and that's the last thing you wanted to see right now if you were Canisius with 6.4 seconds left to give up a goal at the end there, and now the lead's back up to 4.
Right. You want to make sure, again, that possession, we could still have that ball looking for that last second shot, so they don't have that time coming up the field. But they were going back and forth, just scrambling there, trying to get possession of the ball.
6.4 seconds left.
This face-off kid is playing. He's done a great job.
Yeah, that's Aiden Porter, the junior face-off player from Nichols. That
he is very, very good.
And there it is, and there's the final buzzer for the half, where we've got the Nichols Vikings coming in as the underdog, in a sense. They came in the 3 seed, up 6-2 over Canisius. And, Murph, this is one of those games where anything can happen, but, boy, you've got to be very happy going in half if you're Nichols.
That's it. Well, the game plan that we were talking about prior to the game, they have done it exactly how he wanted to do it. And they have definitely been in control. Winning the faceoffs was their key factor, making sure that they don't lose possession of the ball when they can, and stretching the field and making Canisius come out and play them. And now you wanted to have Canisius chasing you goal-wise in the game. And they've done that. So kudos to Nichols, but there's 2 full quarters ahead and a lot of game in front of us. So no one's sleeping on Canisius that's for sure.
Well, at the half, we have Nichols Vikings 6, Canisius Crusaders 2. You're watching Monsignor Martin Boys Lacrosse Semifinal number 1 from the Dembski Sports Complex at Canisius College here on Western New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Our homes have become offices, gyms, schools, and playgrounds. And at Western New York Immediate Care, we know you may need us now more than ever. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care physicians are trained to diagnose and treat most non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses. With 5 convenient locations open 7 days a week, help is never far away. Life has changed, but Western New York Immediate Care is still here for you.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Does he do car? Forget about it. How about home? Forget about it. Does he get good rates? Forget about it. And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy? Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. Ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Even the most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you.
And welcome back to the Dembski Sports Complex on the campus of Canisius College for this semifinal #1 of the day between the Nichols Vikings and the Canisius Crusaders, where Canisius is trailing 6-2 to the 30 seed Nichols. So looking back on the stats for the first half, the goal scorers for Nichols, you had number 19, Bilal Hamdani, the freshman out of Canada, has a hat trick coming in the first half. Number 9, Mason Sandin, the sophomore attackman, he's got 2 goals. And number 22, the sophomore Jack Green, midfielder, he's got 1 goal for Nichols. For Canisius, the 2 goals scored by number 4, Sean Keane, the senior attackman, and number 24, Casey the Force, the junior attackman midfield player. Assists for Nichols, you have Mackay Jimerson, who went down with a knee injury, has not come back in the game. He has 2 assists. You have 1 assist by Bear Nathan, the junior attack midfielder for Nichols, and you have 1 assist for Mason Sandin to go with his 2 goals, the sophomore attackman there. Both goals we're going to go with on Canisius are unassisted. So looking at this right now, Murph, when we look at the first totality of the first half, what do you see? What has really stood out to you in this game?
Well, the tempo of the game that Nichols has come in with, again, executing what they wanted to do with the number of players they have. They want to maintain possession. How do you get possession? Well, it starts at that face-off X. So once we win them at the face-off, excuse me, I mean, they're winning 70% right now. 7 of the 10 they won. And in the last one there was just kind of a chippy one. So they're winning the key possessions. That has to change for Canisius. The second piece we're looking here, Canisius has at 50% clearing. When that, 6 of 12, it looks like right now. So that's got to change too. We got to keep possession and not turn over the ball when we're moving up the field. And then I just think Canisius needs to just not panic whatsoever, rely on their studs that they have. And, they're guys that have been their big goal scorers. I have a feeling we're going to start to see them rise here in the second half. So, the tempo, I think they're going to try and increase that and then really pressure out and, try and get the ball back. But we'll see. I mean, we got a long half ahead. And 2 hungry teams, and you win, you're in. The other team is, it's a tough day. You got to say goodbye to your seniors, as you know, with your son Jack this year at Bonnie's, and but that's that last day. You put that jersey on is not a fun one. So they're going to be playing hard. We've seen a very physical first half, and I would expect we're going to see more physical play this second.
And both goalies, Murph, are playing really, really well.
Beautiful.
I mean, you're both looking at it. You've got Max Barney from Canisius. He's saving 63% of 16 shots, but they remember the whole first quarter they were coming at him.
Yes.
There were shots coming left and right. And over on the other side for Nichols, Brock Jones, he's got 7 saves on 9 shots for 75%. And so both goalies are doing their part. And we have a feeling, as you mentioned, they might, in the end, be seeing a lot more shots because we think that it's going to have to open up a little bit more if you're Canisius to try and get some more free looks at the goal and get some scores here because it's been very hard for them.
Yeah, I'll tell you, these goalies are impressive to watch. It's been really fun to watch the Nichols goalie here. He is fun. Jones is not afraid to. He's naturally reacting. We watch. I was shocked to see the Barney just step right up. We were point blank shots down here, and you and I both saw him. He stepped right up and popped the ball. He had control of what was going. He's seeing the ball. Both of them are making those saves on the doorstep that you shouldn't make right now. And if they continue to do that, it's going to come down to the offensive shooters. Can they snipe that ball? Because I'll tell you, one of the stats here is 27 to 15. It looks like in shots, just shots. And Coach Simmons from Syracuse used to say, we get 50 shots a game, we win. So right now, Nichols is doing that, but I think you're going to see that turn around right here. Canisius is hungry. They're shooters. They have goal scorers. They can get this job done. So we'll see who steps up in the second half, handles the pressure, controls their emotion, and plays with poise. And it comes right off here in our first face-off.
And we got 1 half to go here in this semifinal number 1 between Canisius and Nichols. And don't forget, folks, at 4:30 after this game, probably approximately about a half hour after the end of this game, we'll have semifinal number 2. Murph and I are going to bring you St. Joe's, the number 1 seed, against St. Francis, the number 4 seed, who knocked off St. Mary's yesterday in the playing game.
Yeah. Well, TK, here we go. Start of the second half. Let's see how we come out of this one.
Coming up, once again, you've got, I believe that's not Popko. Who did they put in there? Truman Saperson, the sophomore, who has done a pretty good job. He's got 58% of face-offs, and there's a scrum. Sticks are flying, bodies are flying, and here goes Nichols once again picking it up.
Yeah, they're making everyone earn everything out here. I mean, they're not just picking that ball up freehand. There is a fight at every ground ball. And
I think we've got a timeout by Nichols because he was having a hard time. Addison Zacher was having a hard time getting in the box. So you're going to have a timeout to maintain possession, and we'll keep it right here, Murph. Once again, timeout that early in the quarter.
Yeah, that can be significant. In this first half, you got your timeouts, but in that second half, you're going to need those late in the game. And, with 11:34 remaining in the third, I know that's probably the last thing you wanted to do. But you also brought up earlier in the game, do you want to, while they have fresh bodies, maintain those possessions, try to get a quality shot, and then try and lengthen that lead is kind of been the game plan. So, but that definitely can be not an oops. I mean, he called it because he wanted to maintain possession, and his long pole was under distress there. So that's what you do. So they get a quick timeout, and hopefully they get a possession with a goal out of it. That's every coach's hope right here.
As both teams come out of the timeout right now, we have 11:34 to go, just at the beginning of this second half in the third quarter. Nichols with a 6-2 lead over Canisius. They've outshot the Griffs 15-9 on goal. The shots on goal.
On cage, yeah.
Yes, our statistician has reminded me of that we have to make sure there's shots and there's shots on goal. However, if you're Nichols now coming out of this, you want to try and poke one of these things in here to make it a 5-goal lead right off the bat and make that timeout worthwhile.
Yeah, of course. And most of all, again, maintaining possession, keeping the ball, and trying to really make a lengthy possession here. That's probably what coach told him. Let's find that layup, but let's get it at the right time. You want to try and just put it in there where you have that one more look. So it looks like he got a ward there.
Yeah, Mason Sandin came right off on top, and Whistler was guarding him close, and they called, and the refs saw him push off with that left hand. So here comes Canisius right back down the field, and that's a good break for them.
Backside's wide open. Just didn't get it down there. Yeah, that Palladino was wide open. And another turnover.
That's a tough one right there. They were trying to get Palladino sneaking once again on there. However, I don't think, and I'm trying to see who that was for Canisius. It was Batchin. I don't think he realized how open he was that he could have got that shot in.
Yeah, he was wide open on that doorstep. If they could have gotten that diagonal in there from the long pole, that could have been a nice, quick shot.
And that was backed up and went out of bounds. It goes to Nichols, and they're going to bring it back down the field. Here comes Lawton Zacher coming down the left-hand side. Easy clear up to Green, who has 1 goal on the day so far. Back up to Zacher. Nichols is going to set it up now. Zacher's going to try and pull it inside. He's going to take a shot, and that goes wide, and there's no backup. And that's one of those shots that will drive you crazy as a coach. You didn't need that. You should have set it up more, but Lawton Zacher's been trying to get a goal in. He's been looking, almost forcing it a little bit. So he needs to understand, settle down, because every possession is critical.
Yeah, it is. I mean, again, playoff game, playoff pressure. You've got to know if you have backup or not. If I take the shot, it goes wide. I got to make sure we get the ball back. And if you don't see that, you just peel back and give the ball off and get set up so that, possession is the key. Do we have the ball or do they have the ball at this point of the game?
After a little bit of chaoticness in midfield, Canisius maintains possession as they try and bring in Popko's coming on the field now, and he's going to get the ball. Once again, we haven't seen a goal out of Popko yet. I don't know if we've seen a real quality shot yet either. Canisius moving it around now. You're looking, they're going to put Popko in the middle. They're going to try, he got that one shot, I should say, but it got blocked by a defender. But that move worked earlier in the game. Canisius probing around now. You've got Palladino up top. He tries to put it behind X, and a great read by Brock Jones, the goalie for Nichols, as he intercepts the pass and creates another turnover.
I'm really impressed with this goalie. He definitely is mobile. He is very crafty, and he's back there just as a predator. He's trying to get that ball. He's breaking down passing lanes. That was a gutsy move coming out of the cage like that, making a play like that, and intercepting, giving your team another shot at this end. Nice big save here.
Jack Green makes a little nifty inside move and a great save by Max Barney. And Canisius pulling it right back up, coming right back down the field.
Again, a doorstep save by the goalies. These guys are playing great today.
We've got Batchin. Batchin's going to pull it up, and they're going to slow it down. Canisius is. There's nothing there, which is a smart move because they need to get one in here to close this 4-goal gap.
And you see the defense is playing a zone. They're hedging out, but they're not presenting themselves and overplaying. They're staying tight. They know the goalie can make that outside save, so they're forcing the outside shot. Very smart, saves legs. You're covering an area. You're not covering a guy who can run you. And you've got to get a rhythm. And Canisius really hasn't found any offensive rhythm. I think they're struggling here against this zone. And you see them. They'll present and then they recover, present and recover. And you've got to get guys rolling off, overloading aside, and you've got to get the chess game going here. Someone's got to try and beat someone, but that's tough to do in a zone. So you're trying to draw and roll off the crease, overload aside, make them overcommit, make a mistake, and look through diagonally.
There's Will Dunn, the senior. He falls down, maintains control, pushes it back up. Canisius doing a good job moving the ball around right now. Here comes Casey LaForce. He's got nothing there. He puts it down to X.
Canisius needs to stick one here and start to find some momentum.
Moving on the outside. You've got Stouffer up top with LaForce. LaForce bringing it down now. He's going to try and bring a matchup, but they're going to switch. So he's going to be stuck with the long pole. Nice little kick back out upside and a shot coming from the left-hand side and another save by Brock Jones on that worm burner.
Forcing the outside shot. He was reacting well to the ball. I think a zone with the number of guys you have, you got to make that call. But he is a kid who's making that save. He's seeing the ball, and that's all you can ask at this point. And right now, you got take a long possession here as long as you can. And make it so that we're talking about shot clocks, right?
Yeah, exactly. We've got a penalty coming on Canisius because I believe they got too many men on the field. They got 7 defenders out there at this moment, so call it offsides. Nichols is going to now move the ball coming around. There once again is Lawton Zacher. He's trying to get one in there, puts a shot off. It's backed up. No harm, no foul because it is, in the end, it is a penalty on Canisius.
Yes, and if they get one there, they either wipe it off or, they have to ask for our expert advice. Our executive president down there, Rob Gross, is up here in the booth assessing his referees, one of the best in the game internationally. And again, NFLOA.org, if you're interested in signing up to be a referee, please do. And but these referees spend a lot of time. They spend a lot of time away from their homes, traveling around to help this part of the game. It's very important. If you're interested, give these sign up. Go to this website and if you're interested, give it a shot. We need you.
There it is, Nichols with the shot up top from Jack Green. As another nice stop by Max Barney as they bring it right back up the field. Canisius quickly up on the clear.
Yeah, they need to find a mismatch here. They've got to get something going. So they've got to just start playing, start going to the cage, draw and dump lacrosse. And again, that zone that they're playing has been very difficult there. It's hard. You got to roll off the crease. You got to get guys in a flow, in a rhythm. And I think that Canisius is trying to find that right now, and they can. It's 6-2 in the game of lacrosse. You can get it. There we go. That's nice save.
Nice looking shot right there by Sean Keane from the outside. Good feed by Billy Palladino. But once again, Brock Jones right there seeing that shot.
Yeah, that's again, anything that's, I would be nervous 10 feet in, but anything outside, he is seeing it, and, you're going to get a quality save, it looks like. So that's what they're playing the odds here.
Cody Bauer for Nichols holding the ball up top, sets it over. They get it down to Kasim Hamdani. One of the Hamdani twins, where his brother has a hat trick today on the game.
Yeah, he's having a great day.
Nichols setting it up. They got the substitutes in. A little slip slide right there. There's once again, and there is Lawton Zacher, and he finally gets one in there. That was a beautiful look, beautiful pass going right down, and Lawton Zacher took that left-handed shot and pushed it right by Max Barney. Really nothing Max can do about that one, and now that pushes the lead from 7-2 for Nichols right now with 5:26 left. In the third period.
Yeah, hats off. Nice finish. And now here we are back at the face-off, and, Porter has been playing great, number 13 from Nichols. He is, just winning a high percentage number here, and if he can maintain that with the goalie play that you have and the zone the way that it's working, Nichols is in the driver's seat right now.
There it goes, and that was Lawton Zacher. That play was made up perfectly by Mason Sandin, who got his second assist on the day there.
There's Porter coming up with the ground ball at the face-off, and just got a little anxious in there, trying to make an extra play.
Those are the way. It's going to stay in bounds. Canisius is going to pick it up. Ball goes back to Barney. He's going to reset and do the clear. There's Casey LaForce taking the ball on the inside. They're going to use the shorty more to make the clear, make it quick.
Nice clear. Good run out. And this is, they need a goal right here. They need to start this flow right now, and they can do it. We've seen that, but if they can start chunking goals here, they can change the whole outlook of this.
Here comes Tommy Stover. Makes a dodge. Tries to make a pass, and beautiful defense on the inside there by Andrew Bigelow as he knocked that pass away and goes right back, and they get the ball into Brock Jones' hands, and he's going to lead the break. Coming up, this is Cody Bauer, who is a defensive midfielder, and he does a great job getting the ball over, settling it down. Now Nichols will wait for the substitutions to come on in and set up for offense once again. Up 7-2 with 4:10 to go in this third quarter.
So the Nichols team is definitely going to start stretching them. They're pushing their whole group. They're letting the one-on-one go and see if they can beat someone, have a long slide, and now they're going to have to start extending themselves on defense, Canisius, because they're going to just start going and just keep going until they finish.
And there's Lawton Zacher getting his second back-to-back goals right there. He was going to make his goals. He was doing some good moves, and it just wasn't getting the shots in. Beautiful dodge to the right-hand side, overhand shot down right over the shoulders of Max Barney.
He did the nice job of bringing it down between his shoulder blades as you teach in those scenarios, and then he got up in the air and finished it over the top of the goalie, and extending that to a 6-point lead.
And that's not what you wanted to see if you were Canisius right now with 3:50 to go in this third quarter. Now the lead is up 6 as Nichols leads Canisius 8-2. And we're back at the X, and really this has been the tail of the tape right here, that Nichols has been able to control the face-off and get those extra possessions. And once again, there's Porter getting another one.
Yeah, I mean, that's just money. When you get a guy who can face off like that, give you possession like that, that's where the game has changed so much. But then you got to be able to smartly clear it and not turn it over in a playoff game. And you just do not want to give Canisius an opportunity. They have too many guns, too many guys that can finish the rock. And here they come.
Coming back down the field, ball comes over right now, and that's Stouffer. Stouffer's got the ball.
Who's going to be the spark?
He's going to put it in, and he's going to swing it around. Here's LaForce up top, and gets it over to Shirk. Shirk's going to look now. He's got the shorty matchup. He's been trying to probe this all day. He hasn't been getting anything. It's great defense once again.
Good positioning.
Yeah, that's Cody Bauer, that defensive midfielder we were just talking about. He's just able to maintain control.
Yeah, you don't want any foolish penalties here. This is where Nichols has to kind of buckle it down, force the outside shot, and let your goalie do what he's been doing. He's
There
wide
it is
open.
right there. Beautiful play, right? Beautiful shot, and an even better save once again by who else? Brock Jones. Casey LaForce made a nice inside move right there, and Brock was right there and was able to stop that low shot.
Yeah, nothing you can say any less, Brock. He's doing everything he's being asked to do right now as a goalie. And here comes Canisius.
Coming on the thing, they got the backside open, and well done defense right there.
Bigelow.
Was that Bigelow? Or,
yeah,
it was
down.
Bigelow.
That was big.
Fantastic right there. Stop the odd man rush.
See right here, pull out, settle it down, get a touch. There you go. Maintain possession. Kill this 2 minutes if you can. Make them chase you to the corners. Stretch them out. Maintain possession.
With 2:10 to go in this third period, Nichols leads 8-2, and they have the ball behind right now, waiting for their offense to come on in. That's Nathan behind the net. Looking for somebody. A lot of action going on in front of the net. He kicks it off. This is Green. Green puts it up. Good defense right there, and Canisius coming right back down the field.
Earnhardt with nice, that was good harassment right there. He was on his hands. It was a good look inside.
There you go. And a beautiful feed by Sean Keane. Hits a cutting Walker Popko, and there he is. We finally got one of the big guns on the board, but let me tell you, that feed right there was fantastic, and that puts the score now 8-3. So they've closed that gap a little bit with 1:30 to go in the third. You got to feel pretty good because they were able to move the ball and get a good, clean look.
Yes, the movement is what made that all happen. They all got each other. The defense got a little confused on where the ball was and didn't protect their man, and he slid right in there and finished it. Beautiful look, though. I mean, you put it up in that area, and you just hope they can grab it and pull it down and finish it, and he did. It was a nice shot off hip.
With 1:30 to go in the third, Canisius now trails 8-3 to Nichols, and the faceoff comes. And once again, there's a scrum, and Nichols picks it up once again. They have been owning the X here.
They have. The last few times they've won it, they've tossed it away coming up the field. This one, it looks like they're going to maintain possession and be able to take some time. And again, with young kids in high school, that's the hard thing as a coach to get across to them how important it is not to go to the cage at certain times and not to throw the ball away and maintain possession.
There's Green trying to dump it inside. He didn't get it, but it was backed up and picked up by Nichols. And here's Zacher, who's got 2 goals now, the last 2 goals for Nichols. He makes a cut. He slips, falls. Great defense right there by Aaron Eberhardt, the sophomore defender, as he's coming down the field. Big Doy's looking to eat. He's going to pass it off. There it is. Goes over to Palladino. Palladino stops. Oh, and he hits the
third
post.
pipe today.
Beautiful looking shot and just hit the pipe. And yeah, that's 3. If you think about the three pipes right there, Murph.
Yeah, it's 3 pipes.
3 of those go in,
right.
and it's right there. You're talking this is an 8-6 ball game. It's just very unlucky bounces right now for Canisius on the offensive end.
How about Eberhard right there, making a nice defensive play and saving his team? Guy comes down, falls down, he knocks it and brings it up, and they get a good quality shot, and unfortunately just comes off that pipe. Little fraction of a milli, measurement there.
It's a game
it's
of
a
inches.
Goal.
Game of inches. Here comes Nichols right now. This is Sandin. Sandin looking around. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists on the day right now. There's 18 seconds left. He's going to wait a little bit. He's going to try and pull it inside, see what he's got. He gets freeze hands, and bam! Once again, he made a quick move, and Mason Sandin, the sophomore attackman, adds his 3rd goal of the day on a beautiful move with 13.5 seconds left to give Nichols a 9-3 lead once again.
Yeah, that was the opening goal right there. Same thing. He did the same little juke move going to X, and then Jab stepped upfield, and he just kept moving. And the guy couldn't stay with him, and he just kept driving and finished it. Beautiful far corner shot.
Yep, so with that hat trick right now, Mason Sandin now has 5 points on the day with 3 goals and 2 assists. He seems to be picking up the slack right now for the loss of McKay Jimerson, who left in the second quarter with a knee injury.
And most players get to go score a goal and come off and get a rest, and here he is attacking the cage again.
He came right back down, and he was able to get it off, and possible look, but to no avail. And at the end of 3 here at the Dembski Sports Complex, we have the Nichols Vikings 9, the Canisius Crusaders 3. You're watching Western New York Athletics.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Welcome back to the Dembski Sports Complex on the campus of Canisius College. Between this semifinal number 1 between the Nichols Vikings and the Canisius Crusaders, where Nichols leads 9-3 after 3. And Murph, we were just going through some of these stats. Canisius did some good things.
Yes.
In that quarter, they hit another post, but it just every time they did something, Nichols had an answer.
They did, and we were kind of on them about their clears, and I believe our statistician was telling us 8. They cleared all 8, and that every opportunity they had there, so they changed that. Again, I am really highly impressed with Porter. He's been controlling the face-off X. That's got to change somehow, and they have not been able to break that or figure out that puzzle just yet. But they need to shoot more. They got to get the ball on offense. They got to take some risk and go for it. Now you're down 6. And it's playoff lacrosse. Who are your senior leaders? Who are your guys that are going to change the course of the game? Who are the heroes here? Someone's going to step up, and these guys are not going to fade away. The defense has been giving them, harassing them all over the place. So I do think Canisius is, just keep playing here and chip away, 1 goal at a time. This starts right at the faceoff X yet again, and 13's right over the ball.
Yep, yeah, true. The sophomore Truman Saperston was taking it for Canisius, who, as we said, he's 58% on the year, and he was able to stay right in on that, but it looks like it kicked off from one of the Canisius players' sticks and went out of bounds, so it'll be Nichols' ball.
I think that was a push. It looked like almost right here, where he's starting the ball and get knocked down there, so it gave a change of possession.
Cody Bauer getting a touch in the box and pulling it back out, letting Nichols set up on offense now. Ball goes up to Lawton Zacher, who has 2 goals on the day.
Yeah, both goalies playing great. I mean, Canisius goalie is just doing his job. Barney is not afraid to see. He can seeing the ball very well.
And he's been under fire a lot.
Yeah, a lot more shots. Yeah. He's faced a ton of shots today.
Shots on goal of 20-14 in favor of Nichols for this game. There we go. There's Nathan behind for Nichols. He's coming around the right-hand side. Nothing there. Being guarded tight by Stouffer.
Pretty solid D right there.
He sends it over to Green. Green's going to take it from X now, being guarded by Richards. Screen coming. They switch off.
Playing a bit of the 2-man game. You get the 4 on the opposite side of the crease, and you try to find the open guy.
And
that's
there it is. There is Lawton Zacher picking up his 3rd and a hat trick for him today as he cuts in down below, and that lets the lead 10-3 for Nichols right now with 10:47 left in the 4th quarter.
And that's the danger when you get down at this point and you're chasing a team that allows the offensive team who is in the lead to really extend the field and make them make long slides, and it makes a lot longer, for the defensive slide to get there, which means there's more guys open on those diagonals.
That's a good point. And because they were able to move the ball behind with some of the screens and things and keep there and maintain that position, they were able to suck the defense in a little bit also.
Yep.
And that gave Lawton Zacher the opportunity to cut through the middle and get that pass coming down.
And you could see the guys off ball just kind of keep moving, and eventually someone loses their guy, and they lose their man, and someone's open.
And there's another win for Aiden Porter at the face-off X.
4-on-3.
And they come right back down.
That's a high cross check there.
And a beautiful goal by Kasim Hamdani, he picks up his first of the day. So the Hamdani twins have got 4 goals on the day here for Nichols, and that was a beautiful play coming down the field by Nichols, really taking the odd man rush and finding the open man and getting an easy goal.
Yeah, and again, it comes right back to the face-off. Porter has done his job. They've called him to do what he has to do, and on the crease, and you're up 11-3. It comes down to this possession right here off the X. He is definitely in the fight for the player of the game here.
Well, now with 10:35 to go, Nichols has come out storming right off the bat, and with an 11-3 lead, and they're coming right back down the field once again. And a heavy hit on the side by Casey LaForce causes a turnover, and the ball's loose now. Canisius trying to pick it up. They're coming right back down the field. Bodies are flying. Canisius picks it up. That's Walker Popko. He's coming down now. He's got the matchup he wants, and he's got Bigelow guarding him now. Swings it back up top, and Canisius is going to bring in their players for the offensive end. Here's LaForce in the middle. Pushes it over to Shirk. Shirk, strong dodge to the right. Nothing there. Pushes it back to LaForce. You know, Murphy, as we look at this, they're doing a little bit of dodging, but they've had more success moving the ball around, looking just like that for those open looks rather than just dodging.
Yeah, they've been banging the ball around. It's just that really Nichols has been sitting and showing, but not overcommitting and really forcing the outside shot and letting their goalie absorb those shots. I mean, he's proven that they can do that. And when you get a goalie that can do what he's doing, that's exactly how you can play it and take some risk. And they've been able to do that as a defensive team. So that scheme has really come into power and play today, let alone the fact that you not only got a goalie can make the save, but you got a face-off guy that's giving you possession.
That's a good point, Murphy. You know, and now you look at Nichols, they're going to have the ball once again with 9:12 to go. They're going to take their time.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to move this ball around. Here's Green. He's going to take it behind. Just keep milking that clock. You've got an 8-goal lead right now with 9 to go. You don't want to give Canisius any momentum as they think it out. See that smart play, not moving. Yeah, moving the ball around and pulling it out. Right now you've got Nathan. Nathan's pulling on the side. He's guarded by Redmond.
Every minute they can get off this clock right now is a win. So they're just trying to kill that clock and let it maintain its run.
Here's Nathan. He's looking. Nothing there. He's pulling it right back out. Gets it up top to Lawton. To Zacher. Zacher bringing it back down now. Little burst of speed. Nothing there, but he's at X. He's looking to beat his defender. Doesn't see anyone there. Boom. Hits it off the head. Looks like that was off the head of Max Barney.
And do we bring up the conversation? I mean, do we bring it up again? Everyone's begging because now you can sit on this clock and
the shot clock.
Yeah, I mean, this is a constant conversation. It's almost ready. The college has been doing it for 3 years now, 4 years, and getting it here. So they got some logistical things they have to worry about in high school. But another nice goal, individual effort, just stretching the defense.
And that's the freshman Bilal Hamdani. After his brother had gotten a goal, he's got his 4th of the year, and he got popped at the end. For a freshman, he's got some poise and some strength going inside there, so he's got 4 goals now on this game.
Took control there. He's not afraid to, take the stand and put it on his shoulders.
And not only that, he's got 4 goals, but he also has an assist. He's got a 5-point game going on right now. And that's very impressive by Hamdani as a freshman coming into this.
Well, hats off to the family. Mom and Dad are going to be very proud, and the family, I'm sure, is celebrating.
And there, once again, Porter winning the faceoff. He sets it back. Nichols will take their time getting it up. Gets it right on the field. There's Lawton Zacher once again. Seems to be blitzing all across the field. Takes a shot. Nice save by Max Barney right there. He read that all the way, but it was a good shot.
A very nice shot. Low. He was all over it. I mean, again, the goaltending today, the number of goals on that board it's unfair. I mean, he's made some beautiful saves, and the ones that he shouldn't have made, he still made. And of course, the score is what it is. Guys get beat, and you got to try and put the garage door down. But hats off to these guys. Both goalies having a great day.
Casey LaForce trying to go inside. He just gets stuffed. And they're going to call him falling in the crease because he fell down in there. It's going to be a turnover. Going to be Nichols' ball coming right back down the field.
Yeah, Canisius just, again, not being able to find a rhythm offensively, trying to get themselves organized, really overloading a side, making the defense having to shift and move. They haven't kind of been able to adjust to that. And, again, the Nichols goalie just doing the job.
It looks like we got a timeout on the field with 7:09 to go in this 4th quarter. where Nichols leads Canisius 12-3 here at the Dembski Sports Complex in Monsignor Martin game number 1 of the semifinals for boys lacrosse. You're watching boys lacrosse on Western New York Athletics.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offer stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Even the most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you. Western New York Immediate.
And welcome back to the Dembski Sports Complex at Canisius College for the fourth quarter right now with 7:02 to go, where Nichols leads Canisius 12-3 in this game number 1 in the Monsignor Martin semifinals boys lacrosse tournament. Coming right out of the break, here comes Nichols. And there is Lawton Zacher once again. He's coming down now, and he's starting to assert himself. He was probing the all that whole first half, and he just pops in his 4th goal right out of the timeout, Murph.
Yeah, these guys are, you can see it. The Nichols team has just had control of the game off the face-off again and has just done a great job today when you're winning again 16 of 19 face-offs. Porter, you got possession and you pulled out this far. Statistically, catching up right here is very, very challenging. So, just keep playing. That's all you can do. And Canisius, again, not going anywhere, but they've got to win a possession here and just go and finish the rock.
Well, the scoreboard says it all, not just the score of 13-3 where Nichols leads, but it's also shots on goal. They've got 26-14 as well. And the face-offs have just been, I think it was 17 of 20. And so that's been the story of the game. Aiden Porter has been owning the face-off.
I mean, that's a dream game right there. If you're a face-off guy, he's done his job, and they should be very. Coach said he was a heck of a face-off guy, and they think they'll control it. They can. He's that dominant, and he's proved it today.
There's Bear Nathan. He's got the ball up top, and you have to assume they're going to milk the clock some right now.
Yeah, they're going to stretch him out as far as they can and try and.
Nice defense by Billy Palladino right there on the outside on Nathan, but they can't get the ball, and Nichols gets it right back. Coming back down on the attack now. He's looking, gets it over to Zacher, who's got his 4th goal. Just had his 4th goal on the day.
They got to keep advancing here on the cage. If they don't, they get a stalling call.
Zacher walking on the outside, guarded by Walker Popko. Harassing him. He's looking, he's probing, he's going to shoot.
Good
and
save.
Nice save by Max Barney right there as it comes right through. And the pass is errant and picked right back up by Mason Sandin. He's going to bring it right back down to the X. And you have to assume they're going to slow it down once more and try to eat some more clock.
That was the first Canisius, turnover on this half. They've done a very good job of clearing the ball, actually.
And right there is Mason Sandin with a strong move around the cage, whipping the right-hand shot in, and that now puts Nichols up 14-3 with Mason Sandin's 4th goal of the game with 5:17 to go left.
I mean, we have multiple goal scorers here, don't we? With how many hat tricks do we have today?
Well, you got Zacher has got 4, Sandin has got 4, and Hamdani has got 4. You've got 3 players with 4 goals, and the interesting thing is Zacher's the senior, Hamdani's a freshman, and Sandin is a sophomore.
That's
nice. So you've got two of the 3. It is very, very impressive and the future will look bright. Even though they have smaller numbers right now, they're bright with players like that on the roster, Nichols has.
Yeah, I know this pandemic really kind of hurt some programs, and I know at Sweet Home where we were, it's going to take a couple of years to catch up because you had those few years where you weren't bringing in and pulling players, and obviously, all the programs, they've got to grab kids and bring them in, and if you don't have that opportunity, you can see the numbers, how that's impacted here, especially at Nichols. But, man, boy, they've carried the weight on their shoulders today.
Billy Palladino trying to bring it around. Great defense by Charles Kent on Nichols, and it causes the turnover. And here comes Nichols once again down the field, slowing it down on the clear.
Really impressed with, Jones. He just natural reactions in the game and seeing how he picked the ball off a few times and just been an adjutant in the passing lanes more than most goalies. He really extended his range outside of there and picked off a few, which could have turned it around when they were tighter in this game.
He's got real good field vision, and most of it, and also on the clear, most of his time, his passes have
pretty
been on
mobile.
a dime.
Yes.
Here comes Nichols once again, bringing it behind. Ball gets tipped out by Whistler. Going to go out of bounds off Whistler. It's going to stay Nichols' ball.
About 4 minutes left in the game.
Mason Sandin will have the ball right now with Nichols leading 14-3 with 4 minutes, as Murph just said, on the clock. Nichols going to take their time, get the substitutions in. Seeing some other players coming on the field. Number 32, Asa Piver, his first time, the sophomore mini. First time getting some first action.
Moving pick.
And the young buck comes in and he gets a moving pick right away. You hate to see that because you just get on the field, but you know what? You got to give him an A for effort.
Yeah. Oh, it's always great, though, to see the guys get in there and, get the opportunity and do it.
Nichols coming down. Here's Popko. He pushes it back out to Keene.
And I really haven't felt – have you felt a drop-off from Nichols to having this few guys? I haven't felt a drop-off in the energy or the,
They've done a great job
of
maintaining
they really
their
have.
energy. Comes forward. And what do they – I believe they're going to call a push. And his ball is going to stay with Canisius. Up top to Stouffer. Puts it over. This is Casey LaForce. He has a goal on the day. He's coming right back in. It was shot a little bit wide. It's one of those shots where he came across a little bit. If he had gone straight down, it probably would have had a better chance of getting in the goal there, but he hooked it a little wide, but Canisius is there for the backup. And you got Sean Keene, the senior attackman. He pushes it up top.
Well officiated game today by this crew. They've let him play and really found that line nice where to kind of let him play hard. And, and that's kids appreciate that. Coaches appreciate that.
And there's Popko right there. That's a little bit of frustration. That's a frustration. He was being guarded by Bigelow, and he threw that left arm out, and it was pretty clear.
Bigelow's played well today.
Addison Zacher right there with a nice move in the middle. And the flags are down, and I believe you're going to get an unsportsmanlike penalty on Walker Popko. That's that frustration we were just talking about. It's there. You can see it. It's visible. Here comes Nichols down the field. Green with the shot. No harm, no foul, as there's a penalty and a nice easy save by Max Barney. I believe we're going to have, it might be an unsportsmanlike conduct, because I do not believe that Walker Popko was happy that nothing was called on that play.
Yeah, it's that point of the game where you just control your emotions, keep it in check, represent your school the best way you can. We understand, though. I mean, it's especially for a group of guys, their last game they're probably playing this year as a group. It's emotional, and you don't want it to end. And you can just go out there and 2 minutes. Yep, you called it.
So you got two penalties going.
Two penalties, both 1 minute.
You have a slash and you have a unsportsmanlike conduct. And that's the last thing if you're a Canisius. You wanted to see now with 2:21 to go, down 14-3. But if you're Nichols right now, you're going to just move that ball around.
So who? It's safe to say Nichols is in control here. Who are they playing? So the next game is next week, I believe.
Next game will be Wednesday here at the Dembski Sports Complex. And this, if not that we foresee any other result, but Nichols will be taking on the winner of our next game that'll be on the broadcast. at 6 p.m. here on Wednesday at the Dembski Sports Complex, and they'll play the winner of the St. Joe's St. Francis game, which we will have here with you approximately a half hour after the end of this game.
Well, Nichols earned this win, and they've done a good job, and very impressive. Have not felt them take the foot off the gas the entire game, and well deserved. Hats off to the face-off guy, their goalie, all the pieces of the game. Their finishers finished, and they were not bashful about it at any point of this game.
And Canisius is going to call a timeout here before the end of this game, I think, just to gather the seniors in. The game's out of reach.
Yes.
You got 2 men down at this point, 34 seconds left with 2 men down, 1:54 left in the game. You just want to get your guys settled down. Don't do anything silly.
Yep.
We've lost. That's okay. And if you're on the other side, Nichols, do not put yourself in any area to get injured right now. We have a game to come on Wednesday against the winner of St. Joe's St. Francis, and they know playing both of those teams, those are 2 tough teams.
Yeah, and you got 2 days to recover with a small amount of guys here, but boy, they came with huge hearts today and did their jobs. Again, hats off to the face-off. Porter on the face-off, just unbelievable job. And goal, when you can trust your goalie like they can trust Jones, and, they did a great job on clears as well.
.234 from the penalty. They're doing that, so we don't have 34. It was .234, which I thought might be the case because it is usually this unsportsmanlike conduct of 4-minute penalties.
Yeah. That
they throw in there. It's the way to stop the chirping, I guess you would call that, to the referees.
Again, great job by the crew today. These guys do a great job. Joey Argentieri, Sean Malderig, and Shung Abrakta, great crew today. These guys have been around for a long time, contributing to the game. If you are interested in becoming a referee, NFLOA.org is your site. Get the information, sign up. We need referees, a huge part of the game, and without them, we don't get the game of lacrosse. So, if you'd like to be a referee, please check that site out, NFLOA.org.
So with 1:54 to go here in the fourth quarter, with Nichols leading 14-3, they're going to be clearing the ball from right to left on the screen. Safe to say, Nichols, when they come away from this, they understood they were able to impose their will, their style that they wanted on this game, and that's the reason why they came out with this lead.
You don't want to see your goalie get hurt here either.
That's what we were just talking about. You don't want to put yourself in a position, not with this much time, with the game in hand, because you have to play 2 days later, and you can't afford to lose anybody.
And just to stress your point you were just making, the freshmen and sophomores and the younger players are doing it. When you got the guys that are at that age doing it, it says a lot about what you got in your future and what's coming, and you can be excited about that. So, hats off to Nichols, and they got one more day to live and play and put it all out there.
And we're going to get a penalty right now, number 14 for Nichols. Andrew Bigelow with a slash. So with 1:15 to go, Canisius is going the man up. Mike Claude went for it, but Bigelow is still staying out there.
Well, that game started with a lot of drizzle, didn't it? It seems to have dried out for that second game. Looks like it might be a little bit drier.
Yeah, it looks like the skies are starting to clear right now. So for the second game, it should be better weather right now. So if you're around and you want to come on down to the MC Sports Complex. It's going to be a heck of a game. Whoa, there goes Mason Shirk with one of his few shots of this game, and another great save by Brock Jones had that all the way. Here comes Nichols down the field. Just under a minute now to go in this game, up 14-3.
Chopping those hips. Just trying to kill the clock without anything crazy going on right now.
Zamdani, who's got 4 goals on the day. He kicks it around to his brother.
Good hustle.
You got the Twins playing a little 2-man game up top.
Yeah.
Canisius coming down the field right now, looking for another errant pass. And with 29 seconds left, Nichols is apt to just let that roll out of bounds, get the ball, and try and kill the last 27 seconds left without any events. I'm not sure what that was all about, but they threw the ball across field, so we'll allow that, and Wait, with 20.8 seconds left now.
It almost might be a better play. You don't get any players injured. Just let them clear it. Let them hold it.
Canisius bringing it down, trying to get one last shot at a goal here. Cutting into that deficit. And another great save by Brock Jones. Right dead doorstep on Will Dunn as he comes in. And that's the sound. That's the end of the game, folks, where Nichols has come in as the 3 seed and upset the 2 seed Canisius Crusaders 14-3 here today at the Dembski Sports Complex.
Yeah, hats off to Canisius. You can see them, they're out there with their buddies here, the seniors. It's a very hard moment, but, again, Nichols, good for them, came in here and just weathered the storm. They did what they had to do, and the key aspects of the game off the face-off, the goaltending, and then the between-the-lines play in their clears early really helped them set up for success in this one. But hats off to Nichols and all the senior parents and Canisius and families. It's that kind of funny time of year where, it's hard to say goodbye and move on. But congratulations to them and a great season.
Well, the finality of the playoffs is always hard.
Yeah.
It is. It's win, move on, or lose, or you go home. And especially for the seniors on the Canisius team. And this was a tough game. They couldn't play their game. The big guns really couldn't get off. And Nichols did a great job playing defense and imposing their will on that game.
I would say that zone and the goaltending, the zone defense really, they played it perfectly and did it well. And it really made it challenging for Canisius to get into a rhythm and get hands free for a good clean shot. They had pressure and backup everywhere. It wasn't like they were just beating someone and getting a good free shot or step down shot or an inside finish. They made them earn everything, and that score kind of shows that. So again, congratulations to Nichols, and we wish all the seniors and their families at Canisius all the best as they move on.
And just a reminder, about 30 minutes from now, at the end of this game, 30 minutes from now, we will have game number 2 of the Monsignor Martin semifinals boys lacrosse tournament as St. Joe's takes on St. Francis, who won yesterday in their playing game against St. Mary's. And that's going to be a very big game. I look at the history of the two teams. They played close every game this year, so this will be a really exciting one. So stay tuned, folks. Don't go away. We'll be back here in about a half hour to watch the second part of our doubleheader here today at the Dembski Sports Complex. So with that being said, we're going to go take a break right now. We will return in about 25 minutes or so for game number 2. We're leaving you here from the Dembski Sports Complex. I'm Tim Kenny, joined by my partner, Jeremy Murphy, and our statistician, Jack Kenny. And we will see you here in approximately 25 minutes. You're watching Monsignor Martin Boys Lacrosse on Western New York Athletics.